Welcome back. It's Wednesday, and of course we are keeping an eye on your health today. And today's topic is a sensitive one. It's words that nobody ever wants to hear from the doctors. You have cancer. So what comes after that?
Yeah, and it is a very sensitive topic. It's a devastating day and a devastating moment for many people. And we're lucky here to have a very special guest. It's Deidre Burgess, and she comes to us from an interesting perspective. She researched cancer for years and years, and then she was diagnosed with cancer in her kidney, and at one time was told she had a year to live.
Mm-hmm. So share with us a little bit of your story.
So what went through your mind when you had this, and what can you tell our public to...
Well, you know what, the day I was diagnosed, I was just terrified because, you know, I worked in cancer research. I know what happens. And I know that you have to be really aggressive if you want to live, because the people that live are aggressive in their treatment. So I had been fortunate enough to work in cancer research, and so I called my boss and I said, okay, what's out there? And so I asked my doctor, I said, so what happens if it comes back? He said to me, you'll be dead in a year. And I thought, you know, he took away every bit of hope that I had at that point. And so I handed the phone to my friend, and she talked to him, and he told her that I'd be dead in 6 months. And so, we reached out to all of our friends, and one of them introduced me to a cancer center in California, a person that they had talked to before. That person called me. The doctor called me on Monday. I was in California on Thursday. I got into the exact same study that I was turned down for in Salt Lake City, and I was on chemo for a year, and I'm totally cancer-free.
You know, hopefully you never find yourself in this situation, but if you are, you know, as an emergency physician, I often am the one who has to tell patients in the beginning that they have cancer. And I think the first step here is take a deep breath. I mean, it's gonna be okay. Cancer is not spreading every second of the day. I mean, you have to just own your cancer. You have to understand it, own it, learn about it. And the way you do that is you find the right doctor. This doctor is going to become a friend. You guys are going to become very close. So if it's not a good match like you had...
Find someone that you trust.
Yeah,
Yes.
And you know, it's not the end of the world. You just don't go home and give up. Keep that hope, keep that social support, and find someone you trust. And make sure that person you trust is not Dr. Google.
Another way to own it is to surround yourself with people that are supporting you, that have been through that before.
Exactly, and there are a lot of help groups out there.
Yes.
Immerman Angels, for example, is a great one where, you know, someone who's diagnosed with a cancer can be linked with someone who is a survivor of the exact same cancer,
right,
so that you have someone to ask questions to. And there are many other help groups out there, but these are ways you own your cancer and you overcome it.
Well, Deidre, you're now on the other side of it. If somebody's at home watching who is going through, who's been diagnosed with cancer, what's one thing that you would tell them?
I would tell them to keep their hope. You know, there's always hope, and the breakthrough technologies that are happening right now are amazing. I was on a chemo drug for 54 weeks, but it was a pill I took every day.
Wow.
So I didn't have such horrible side effects. So there is hope, and just keep on it. Keep on your doctor. If you don't trust your doctor, you better find somebody new, somebody who you know has your back.
And hope is important. I mean,
Yes.
hope is a big part of healing. It's not just the physical healing, but the mental power behind that. So
Absolutely.
that's why you got to keep yourself educated, like on these segments. Watch them, learn about your health, and stay ahead of the game.
Absolutely. Deidre, thank you so much for coming
Thank you.
out today. Thanks for sharing your story.
You're welcome. Bye.
Okay, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.